Hello there guys, welcome to another Outer Worlds video. This one's a bit different because we're duplicating stuff. Right, step one, I've just fast travelled to this place, which is, it's up here, this is where I am. I fast travelled into here, into Roseway, but I kind of think this works anywhere that you go. I'm not certain, I've tried it in quite a few places and it's worked for me. So I'm not certain if it works everywhere, but I'll show you this and you'll see how it works. So I've just fast travelled to here. This is where I spawn. So now that I am here, I'm going to drop some stuff on the floor. So I'm going to drop a load of these. In fact, I'm going to drop all this stuff actually. So you can see how much of everything I got. So I'm going to drop all of that on the floor. There it is. Now what I'm going to do is go to my map and I'm going to fast travel back to where I currently am. So this is where I am. I'm going to fast travel back to here again. And I mean, you can do, if you can drop it on the floor, then you can do this to duplicate it. But if you can't drop it, you can't dupe it. So I've fast traveled back to where I was. There's all my stuff that is on the floor. I'm now going to pick it all up. I'm going to go back into my map. And I'm going to fast travel back again to where I am standing right now. So, second fast travel. And as soon as I appear, my stuff that I've just picked up should still be on the floor. There it is. So I'm going to pick it all up again. And I'm going to go back into my map. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to fast travel again. Right. Obviously, this only works if you're not on supernova mode because you need to be able to fast travel. But I was kind of testing different ideas on supernova mode, and it worked on supernova mode if I just stood near a door and walked outside and walked back in. That was going perfectly fine, right? So I did that quite a lot. I did quite a few tests on it, and everything was going fine. And then I started recording a video, and it didn't work. And no matter what I've tried, I can't get it to work again. I don't know why, but obviously it's a bit temperamental in supernova mode. But I'm going to carry on experimenting in supernova mode until I find out why it did and why it didn't work, and then I'll make a video. Right, so if I go into my inventory now, you'll see that we've got a shitload of stuff compared to what we had originally. So what were we duping? It was this, wasn't it? So we was duping all of this stuff in here. You see we've got loads of these now. Now we've got our numbers up quite high, it makes a lot more sense to start the process over again. So rather than, obviously whatever you drop on the floor to begin with, that's what you're duping. So if you only drop like 2 mag packs, or whatever they're called, mag picks, if you only drop 2 on the floor, then each time you do this and map back in, you pick up another 2. So you'll have 2, then you'll have 4, then you'll have 6, and it'll go up quite slowly. So once you've done it a few times, start again, drop all your shit on the floor again, go into your map and teleport to where you are without picking it up. So we dropped it on the floor, we left it, now we're teleporting back to where we are, and we've got those new stacks on the floor now that have got quite a lot in them. So now this time, we're going to pick up all of our new stacks. Ooh, can't get on it. Right, now we're going to go back into our map again, and we're going to teleport back there again. And now this time when it duplicates it, it's going to be our new stacks where we've got hundreds of something rather than just like, you know, like a few of something. So we're duplicating it much more quickly now. So we'll pick it up again. And what I recommend that you do is do this a few times until you've got like, you know, 500 of whatever it is that you're duplicating or 1,000 of whatever it is that you're duplicating, and then start the process over. Drop all your stuff on the floor and then do the process from the beginning again. And that way, each time you pick it all up, you're picking up a lot more. So I'll just map in one more time. And this time, I'll pick it up, have a look how much we've got of everything, then I'll start the process over again so that we're duplicating the you know, like bigger piles. Right, so, whoops, wrong button. So now if I go into my inventory, back over to that page that I was duping, you can duplicate anything like mods, weapons, anything. So now you see that we've got this much. So this time, if I drop this on the floor, each time I map back in, I'll be picking up 896 of these, so it's going to duplicate a lot quicker. So you see why it's good to every once in a while go back in here and do this. I wouldn't say do it every time, because it takes a while to actually drop them. So there we go. Right, that's all my stuff dropped on the floor again. So I'll leave it there on the floor because I'm starting the process over. I'll go to my map and I map back into exactly where I am. Now that's reset the stacks to those new high numbers. So as soon as I appear, I'm going to pick up all this shit off the floor, like so. And then I'm going to map back in again. And there we go. As I say, this seems to work almost anywhere. As long as just fast travel wherever you spawn, drop your shit on the floor and do this. So now, the stacks that I'm picking up are much bigger. So we'll map back in again. I'm just going to do this one, then we'll have a look at how much stuff we've got. And as I say, I have managed to get this to work in supernova mode, but I don't know, it suddenly stopped working. I couldn't work out why, so I'm going to continue experimenting in supernova mode until I can work out exactly how to make it work every single time. Right, so now we've got 1,584 of those, a shitload of that, a shitload of that, and a shitload of that. So there you go, that is how you duplicate stuff in the Outer Worlds. And as I say, it works on anything. So it works on anything you can drop on the floor. So stuff like this, I don't think you can drop it. Now you can't drop these kind of unique things like your ID or anything, but all this stuff in here, you can drop this, and some of this is worth a lot of money. So where is it? There's like a watch or something that's worth a shitload of money. I don't know if I've got it on this playthrough. Oh, that's the compass. But yeah, if something's worth a lot, and you do this a few times with it, then you can just go and sell it to a vendor. That's worth a fair bit. Look, that coolant tank. So I could drop those and keep duplicating them. But anyway, duplicating items, anything that you can drop, you can dupe. So armor as well. So, I mean, if you duplicate your best armor, you can give it to all your companions. So, like that. So, just for the sake of showing you, you can see that I've got one of each of these things here. So, I'm going to drop all of this on the floor. And just show you that it works on armor as well. I'll tell you what, let's drop some more stuff. I'm not going to do any of that. But look, these mods here, I've got two of those ones and one of these ones. So we'll drop these as well. Yep, all of it. And that'll do. Right, so all that shit's on the floor. We'll now map back to exactly where we are. So obviously the first time you drop your stuff on the floor, you just map back in. You don't pick it up, you just map back in. So when you map back in, it's going to be on the floor. Then you pick it all up, and then the next time you map back in, then it will be duplicated. So the first time you don't pick it up. You drop it on the floor, leave it there, map back in, pick it up, map back in, pick it up, map back in. It's like that. So now it's all there again. So you can see that all that armor I dropped on the floor is all there. So we've duplicated it. And I'm not sure whether the original duplication would... No, it's not. So each time you do this, whatever you drop on the floor and map away without picking it up, that's what gets duplicated. So you can see what happened there is I duplicated the most recent stuff I'd dropped, but I wasn't still duplicating those magnetic lockpicks. So I hope that makes sense. I'm making it sound a lot more complicated than it is. So you can see now I've got 2 of all those instead of 1 of all of them. And also on my mods, I've now got 2 of one and 4 of the other. So whatever we choose to drop, it's going to duplicate. I am going to try again to work out exactly why the way that I was duplicating stuff in the supernova mode stopped working. And I'm not going to upload a video on it until I can kind of make sure it works every single time. But it was working. I started making the video and then it wouldn't work and I couldn't get it to work again. It was driving me nuts. But the way I was doing that one, because obviously you can't do this fast travel-y thing, what I was doing instead is going in and out of a town. So I was going into a town, putting all my stuff on the floor, going out, coming back in, then picking my stuff out, going out, coming back in, picking it up again, going out, coming back in, picking it up again. Now that worked for me quite a lot. But when I made the video, it stopped working. So if you want to try that, give it a try. It might work for you. It seems to be temperamental. But so far, this method has worked for me every single time I've done it. So it's not been a problem at all. So there we go. Duplicating stuff in the outer worlds. I'm going to go and see if I can get something working like consistently in supernova mode. As soon as I've got that done, I'll let you guys know. See you all soon. Take care. Have an awesome day. Bye bye.